Hi everyone, it's Aisha Beau here, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's been 2 years since my big chop. That's right, I've been fully natural for a full 2 years. I got my hair cut on August 30th, 2017. I know it's it's like 2 weeks into September. I've been away on vacation, as a lot of you know. My birthday was September 1st, and I spent it in Africa. I was on the island of Zanzibar for 10 amazing days, and honestly, I feel so refreshed, and I'm really ready to get into all of this fall content that I have for you. But it wouldn't be right if I didn't start with my Big Chop update, because that kind of commemorates my transition of seasons, because it was a big transition for me. When I got the Big Chop, I really wanted to do it because I had been transitioning for about, I think at the time it was 7 or 8 months. And I saw that my hair was growing and I was learning to do different styles, but it just didn't feel right because I was doing more transitional styles and I wasn't really getting to feel the actual texture of my hair and manipulate the actual texture of my hair. And I just knew that if I had rode this wave and transitioned for a year or 2 years, that eventually by the time that I cut my hair off, I may not be as good with manipulating my own natural hair as I would be if I started from scratch with my hair fully natural to begin with. So I took the leap, did the Big Chop. As you can see, I pretty much cut all my hair off, and it has been a journey, but one that I am so grateful for. It's had its ups and its downs, but I've learned a lot, not only about my hair, but about myself in the process. So for today's update video, I'm going to do something a little different than my last video. Instead of going through and listing out the products that I love and different topics that I think might be important, I decided to ask my subscribers, what were the questions that you had for me? What exactly do you want to know? Because essentially at the end of the day, I'm making this video so that I can help you out and so you can help me out in return. Leave some comments, give me some tips, I take it all. So I'm going to dive right into a Q&A answering your questions that were submitted to me on YouTube. And before I do, I want to give a special shout out to the jewelry brand Ana Luisa. They recently sent me over some super cute jewelry pieces that I am obsessed with, including these earrings. When I first did my Big Chop, I was trying to get used to a new look, and bold statement earrings really helped me feel confident about myself. So ever since then, I've been wearing big, either round earrings, long earrings, earrings that helped give a little bit more pizzazz to my look, especially in my YouTube videos, given that most of them are shot from here up. I feel like earrings are kind of the best way to really make everything pop. And when I saw these earrings on the Ana Luisa website, I was like, obsessed with them, and I knew I needed to get my hands on them. I also got a few other pairs of earrings. I got this super chic pair of hoop earrings, as well as these beautiful door knocker earrings that I feel would work perfectly for any date night or a night out with your girls. I am obsessed with them. And I also got this super cute signet ring. I've been wanting a signet ring for so long. And as you can see, it goes along really, really well with my other rings. I am obsessed, and I definitely see myself wearing this ring every single day. As you can see, I'm obviously partial to gold jewelry because it's so chic and timeless. But the thing about gold jewelry is it isn't always that sustainable. And in fact, it takes 20 tons of earth mining just to make one gold ring. The great thing about Ana Luisa jewelry, though, is that they have found a more sustainable approach by using 100% recycled gold. Now, this doesn't compromise the quality of their product. Their product is still very well made. In fact, they use the same manufacturers as big brands like Tiffany's and Louis Vuitton. But the thing about them is they don't mark their price up 10 times like other brands. Instead, all of their pieces are super accessible and affordable. And for someone like me who is exploring the world of freelancing and entrepreneurship, anything that is chic and price conscious is definitely right up my alley. So of course, I have to share the wealth with you all. Ana Luisa, the brand, has been so kind enough to extend 10% off to all of my subscribers, readers, and viewers. So if you buy any products from them at checkout, make sure that you type in the code Aisha10 and you'll get 10% off. Now, let's get into this video. All right, let's get comfortable and let's get into it. As you can see, I'm on my couch in my living room. I got my kitchen in the back. I'm chilling. I got a glass of rosé. I just want this to be a really fun and approachable video. I'm gonna answer your questions and give you my candid feedback. So I've seen the questions, obviously, but I haven't prepared any answers or anything. So this is gonna be all off the top. This is just gonna be my thoughts, my feelings. I just hope that you guys take away some really great gems from this video. I have the questions on here, so I'm just pulling them up right now. All right, without further ado, I'm going to get into it because we have quite a few questions, which is a good thing. So I really, really appreciate everyone for being so engaged and, you know, replying to me and asking me some really, really great questions. These are really great. So the first question is, what advice would you give to someone who's currently in the first year of their big chop? Also, do you think protective styles are really beneficial in growing your hair out? This is from Dynasty. Thank you, Dynasty, for this question. So the advice that I would give to someone in the first year of your big chop, I would definitely say, be patient with yourself. Know that it takes time. A lot of us are going natural for the first time in our lives. I know I got a relaxer when I was 7, so I hadn't like felt or seen my actual hair texture outside of like a little kitchen in the back when I knew I needed to get a relaxer. So I had to really learn to be patient with myself, patient with the process of learning my hair, and understanding that no matter what your hair looks like, it does not have to look super defined or be super long or super thick like the other people that you see or like the YouTubers or influencers. Your hair is yours and it's beautiful no matter what it looks like, no matter your texture. So I definitely had to take that into account, and I think that that's super important for us women going natural, to just embrace what it is that God has blessed us with. The second part of the question about protective styles, if you follow my channel, you know that I have not done any protective styles. Now, I did do some clip-ins from Her Given Hair in my last video, or one of my last videos, but it wasn't technically a protective style because I only did it for a few hours. And when I was on vacation, I didn't wear it for that long. I only wore it for a few hours, took it out that night, and didn't wear it for the rest of the trip. When I'm saying protective style, I mean braids that last you for 4 to like 8 weeks, or weaves that last you for around the same time, extensions that last you for around the same time, etc. If you want to do protective style, do it. I'm not telling you what to do with your hair or how to do your hair. I personally did not wear protective style because, one, there's this big huge myth that if you wear protective styles, it'll make your hair grow faster. That is not the case. It doesn't make your hair grow faster. Protective styles, they like keep your hair intact, and and they keep your hair locked away for however long, and then when you take them out, you notice all the growth at once. Whereas if you leave your hair out, you don't really see, because it's growing every single day, you don't really see as drastic of a change. But with protective styles, it seems like, oh my God, there was like this huge shift. No, this is just how much your hair would normally grow within that 4 to 8 week period. So that's how I feel about it. I don't think that they're bad. I don't think there's anything wrong with them. I just know for a fact that they do not make your hair grow faster. They're beautiful, but if you want it for hair growth, That's not the reason. I was very gung-ho on learning how to do my hair. I've always known how to do my hair ever since I was younger. My mom used to do my hair, and then when I went to college I did my own hair, so it was really important to me to know how to do my own hair, especially since natural hair salons are super expensive. So if you're someone who is constantly doing a protective style back to back to back, when you take it out, obviously you're going to feel like, oh, natural hair is so hard, I don't know how to do this, etc. You're not giving yourself the time to learn. So I think it's really important to at least take a break from protective styles for a few months period, learn your natural hair texture, learn what products work and don't work, and then you can play around with protective styles all you want. I might start rocking some protective styles now that I feel like I'm kind of like, or now that I feel like I'm much better with doing my hair. I might play around with some protective styles in the future. I'm not writing them off, but those are my reasonings for holding off on protective styles for a little while. All right, question number 2. I'm gonna try to go a little bit quicker on these because we got a lot of questions. So question number 2, hi Aisha, congratulations on approaching your 2-year Big Chop anniversary. Do you have any hacks on how to preserve 2-strand twists, twist outs, or a wash and go while maintaining an active gym lifestyle? Now that is a good question. And this one is from Nikki. Thank you, Nikki. I actually haven't done a video on maintaining your hair at the gym. I do go to the gym. I have a gym and I go there and I do work out regularly. So obviously I'm trying to maintain my natural hair. The thing about people who go to the gym frequently, first and foremost, you have to understand that no matter what, your hair is going to get frizzy. It's not going to look the exact same as when you walked into the gym and when you're leaving the gym. So that's the first thing you got to understand. Like, it's not going to look the exact same. But there are ways to make sure that it doesn't get completely ruined while you're at the gym. When we're at the gym, we're sweating, and a lot of that sweat, it not only occurs on our forehead, on our face, and our backs, and the rest of our body, but it occurs within our scalp. And so because we're sweating in our scalp, it then makes our hair frizzy, and if we're tying our hair up, or if we're putting it in like a bonnet or a scarf, that can make our hair matte together, and then it can make it knotted and tangled. So what I do personally, I don't know if this will work for everyone, what I do personally when I go to the gym, I actually have this with me, is I wear this headband. So what I do is, it's not cute, it's not a cute style, but I just pull it up front, pull it up in the back. Make sure it is completely out of my face, off of my neck, so that I'm not sweating around the edges. Now, obviously that doesn't get rid of the problem with my hair sweating inside and the matting that goes on in here. So what I do if I'm either waiting for another machine, taking a quick break, or like right after a class, I recommend you because it's so easy, you just take it out, swing your hair out like this, let the cool air hit it, let some air get in there, and let your hair fall down. 1, it prevents creasing from this. 2, it prevents the hair from matting and tangling together even more. I think that by taking it out every so often, now be reasonable, don't take it out every 2 seconds because then that's going to be stressful for you. But maybe every 15-20 minutes, however long you decide to stay in the gym, maybe break it up into intervals where you take this out, go get some water, let your hair breathe for a second, and then you can go and put it back up, continue your workout. Once you are done with your workout, once you are done with the class, take this out immediately. Let your hair fall back into its natural state, however you had it styled before, so that it can dry on its own. Because if you leave it up here and it gets wet, when you take the headband out, it's going to be right up here the entire time, or it's going to be lopsided, or it's going to be shrunken in and stuck together. So that is what I do at the gym. I don't like to use a big headband or anything because, again, if you're sweating, you're going to have this big, huge crease, and it's just going to mold to the shape of the headband or the scarf or the bonnet. So this has been the most helpful for me when it comes to going to the gym. All right, next question. Have you ever done a braid out on your natural hair? If so, what products did you use? Love your energy on your channel, by the way. And that's from Elaine. 1, thank you so much. I really appreciate the compliment. And have I ever done a braid out? Yes, I have, and I actually have a video on my channel of a tutorial on me doing a braid out. I really do like braid outs. I feel like they can give you a more defined look than a twist out. They're not as big and as voluminous, but if you're going for a super defined look, I would definitely recommend a braid out. And the product that I love for braid outs and twist outs is the Camille Rose Almond Joy Twisting Butter. In the video that I have on my YouTube, I'm actually not using that product, but after doing multiple twist outs and braid outs on my own, that for me was the best product. And then I also like to pair that with the Kinky Curly Not Today leave-in detangler. And those two products for me help with a super moisturized, nourished, and long-lasting braid out and twist out. Okay, so the next question, what has been the hardest part of being natural these past 2 years? Any advice on how to become more confident with going out with your natural hair? And this is from Rochelle. I think it's Rochelle or Rachel. It has 2 L's afterwards, so I'm hoping I say it correctly. I hate when people say my name wrong, so. Okay, this one requires a sip of rosé. Because it's very real. This is a real question. The hardest part of being natural these past 2 years, I'll start with that, is understanding that my hair is not going to look perfect every single day. It probably won't look perfect ever because perfection is not realistic. And understanding that it looks different every single day. And that it's not going to look exactly like someone else's, or what society quote unquote says is good natural hair versus bad natural hair or whatever. It's kind of ridiculous that we all decided to go natural and now we're judging natural hair standards. But anyways, I think the hardest part was definitely getting comfortable with my big chop. That for me was really, really tough because I had never had my hair that short before in my adult life. And it kind of exposed the insecurity that I had within me. I remember when I first got my hair cut, my boyfriend, he was not big on me cutting my hair off, as most men, black men are, whatever, still did it anyways, obs. And he was just like, okay, cool, looks good, yeah. And because he didn't give me the response that I wanted, it kind of opened up this insecurity within me that I had always felt but kind of suppressed. And that was, if I cut my hair off, am I still going to be beautiful? Am I still beautiful without my hair? Do people think that I'm only beautiful because I have longer hair? And it took me kind of beating myself up over my decision to have this big chop to realize that I am more than my hair. I'm more than my physical appearance. My beauty comes from within, and it comes from the confidence and self-love that I have within me. And it wasn't until I started to feel more confident with myself that the beauty kind of started to radiate out. I think I didn't really change up my routine of how I was doing my hair, but for example, my boyfriend was more like, oh wow, like your hair looks really good, or you look really good today, because I within me was feeling more confident. Now, I think he probably thought there was something different going on, but I knew that like I wasn't really doing anything different except for the fact that internally I was loving myself more. I was loving the process. And something that helped me feel more confident was learning how to do my own hair. And I think at first I felt helpless. I felt like I didn't know what to do. And so that made me upset. It made me feel like down about myself, down about the decision. But once I just kept with it, I kept practicing, I kept taking my time, and I kept like nourishing my hair and treating it with kindness and treating myself with kindness, that's when I started to feel more confident. And I think if you just go for it, if you just start rocking your natural hair, that will help you to kind of boost your confidence. It's going to be a little tricky at first, but as long as you just put yourself out there and know that like, this is me, this is who I am, then you'll start to feel more confident in your own skin, and that'll radiate out to everyone else around you. All right. Next question, is there anything you learned recently that you wish you knew? What have you learned about your natural hair journey from the beginning? I feel like, and this one is from Kanika. I feel like I kind of answered the question. I think, okay, so one thing that I did learn is like, don't try 50,000 products just because there's like a new product on the shelf, a new trend, a bunch of bloggers are using this product, using that product. It's best to just stick with what works and what you know. I know obviously you're gonna have to try a few products to begin with, but don't go crazy. Don't buy like 15 types of gel or like 5, okay, realistically, don't buy like 4 or 5 types of gel and then every single day use a different gel, or every single day use a different leave-in conditioner, or this or this or that. Like, your hair needs routine. Your hair thrives off of routine. And I think even when I was relaxed, one thing that remained constant, I used the same products, I did the same routine constantly, and that helped my hair to flourish. And with my natural hair now, because of the fact that I stick to a core group of products that I love, I'm sure you guys are tired of me talking about like the same products, but they work for me. I'm not about to come on here trying like 50,000 different products that aren't gonna work. And also, I just don't want to put too much pressure on my hair. So I would say one big lesson is, once you find something that works, stick to it. Don't try to follow trends just because everyone says this is the miracle product. Okay, the next question, what animal are you in the movie The Lion King? And this one is from Cats Caught Vlogs. Okay, so I'm just gonna go with it. So I did see The Lion King. I went to go see it in theaters, and I would definitely have to say, because I am a member of the Beehive, that I would be Nala, or one of the lions. Like, I really felt it when she was like, "Lions, are you with me?" I was with her. I was in the theater like, yes, let's take him down. Let's get Scar. So I would definitely be one of the lions. The next question is, how do you control frizz? So my hair, actually, I mean, I just live with the frizz at this point. Like, I'm just, frizz is inevitable. But to maintain it and keep it at bay, one of my favorite products is the Mizani, and it's called the Thermosmooth like anti-frizz spray. I actually didn't have to use it that much this summer, thankfully, but I like to spray that on after styling my hair in the morning before I go outside and I know I'm going to hit the natural elements. That was an anti-frizz spray that I felt worked really, really, really well for me, and I would highly recommend it. Also, another thing that helps is in the summer, when you're more prone to getting frizzy hair because of the humidity, I do style my hair more often with gel. With like wash and goes and whatnot, and the gel is really helpful in keeping that nice hold in your hair. Obviously, like, cream moisturizers and cream stylers are great because they keep your hair super moisturized, but in the summer you don't really want to play around with that humidity. So I would, if I was, if I was concerned about humidity and frizz, I would kind of pack up the cream stylers and then use mainly gel products to maintain that frizz. Also, if you air dry your hair, so if you put a good amount of gel on the strands and you air dry your hair before you step out, like, try to stay inside, outside of the humidity, air dry your hair in your house, at home, that also makes your hair look more defined. In my experience, your hair looks a little bit more defined, and then also it really helps the product to seep in before that humidity comes and like sucks it all out. So that is what I would recommend. All right, the next question, oh, and that was from Kalana. The next question is, what hair products do you use, and do you do scalp massages? Okay, so I'm not going to go through all the products that I use because it's kind of a long list, and I've mentioned a few already. So I'll put those down below, what my favorites are, and then if you take a look back at my old videos, then you'll see pretty much what products I use. And do I do scalp massages? Yes, I think scalp massages are so important. I feel like a lot of your growth obviously comes from your scalp care and scalp maintenance. So when I wash my hair, I usually try to wash my hair once a week. When I wash my hair and before I style, if you watch my videos, you see that I love Jamaican black castor oil or Haitian black castor oil. So as I'm styling or after I style my hair, whenever I have best access to my scalp, depending on what I'm doing, I go in, part it, add some castor oil, massage that in, and then I massage my scalp. I try to give myself a scalp massage at least once a week. I think that it's really important to get the blood flowing in your scalp, and that helps again to increase the chances of growth. And that question, I keep forgetting to say the name. That question was from Caitlin. Thank you, Caitlin. Okay, so the next question that I have, is there anything you think you have done that has been an important habit in your healthy hair growth journey? And that is from Kayla. So is there anything you think you have done that has been an important habit in your healthy hair growth journey? It's kind of similar to what I just mentioned. Scalp massages. Regular scalp massages has been very helpful for me because scalp maintenance is the best way to maintain your hair health. Using castor oil. In the winter, I try to stick to more moisturizing and nourishing styles. So in the winter, I like to do twist outs and braid outs. And then in the summer, to maintain frizz, etc., I do more wash and goes. But I would say using products that are heavy with moisture, using castor oil on my scalp, I think is super important. Question number 10. How do you maintain your twist/braid outs so they last long? And this is from Buki. So if you've watched my Get Ready With Me video or my week in my natural hair video, you'll know that I'm really low maintenance when it comes to maintaining my natural hair overnight. I definitely obviously see the value in maintaining my hair throughout the course of the week because nobody wants to do their hair multiple times a week, especially not me. One of the key factors that I say in hair holding itself up throughout the week is the product usage. So making sure that you found the right product that has a good enough hold that'll keep the style intact for several days, that is always key. So with my twist outs, I love the Camille Rose Almond Joy twisting butter, not only because it's moisturizing, because it actually holds the style. It actually holds a twist out look for several days. And then when it comes to wash and goes, I love my Aunt Jackie's Flaxseed Elongating Curl Gel because it holds the curls for several days. Now, at night, I always sleep with a satin pillowcase or I'll sleep with a bonnet. More often than not, I'm just sleeping in my pillowcase. I think a satin pillowcase helps to it helps so it doesn't suck the moisture out of your hair like a regular pillowcase. Making sure that you have a really nice satin lined bonnet that does the same thing, doesn't suck the moisture out of your hair, is really, really good. And some people, they like pineappling their hair. Me, I'm kind of a weirdo at night, so I'll push the back of my hair up and I'll sleep that way. It's kind of like a pineapple, but I'm not using like a hair tie or a scarf or anything because I don't want to have creases in my hair. Okay, so question number 11. You have beautiful hair. Where are you from? Your nationality. And this is from TY. Thank you so much. And my nationality, so technically my nationality, I was born in Jamaica. So I'm Jamaican. My ethnicity is black. I'm fully black. Not mixed with anything. Yeah, and I was born in Jamaica, so that's that. The next question is, your hair looks fabulous. What are your #1 products that you use for twist outs? So I've actually mentioned this product a few times, the Camille Rose Almond Joy Twisting Butter. Absolutely love it. And I also really love the Carol's Daughter Cocoa Creme Moisture Butter. I think it's called like a curl moisture butter. I'll have the exact name down below, but Carol's Daughter for me has never failed. I've tried multiple products by Carol's Daughter and they've all worked really well for me. I think Carol's Daughter does a good job of making products for people with type 4 hair, and it also makes great products for like moisturizing and maintaining moisture in your hair. So that cocoa creme or the Almond Joy Twisting Butter by Camille Rose, gold. Those are my absolute favorites when it comes to doing twist outs. Okay, what are your hair growth tips? Diet. Oh, and my last question was from D Profit. So my next question, what are your hair growth tips? Diet, exercise, scalp massages, vitamins, etc. And this is from Nikki. One, I want to give a shout out because I see Nikki comment all the time. Hey girl, thank you so much for being a very loyal subscriber. Hair growth tips. I think I've mentioned previously that I am very big on scalp massages. I think that's super important. So using Jamaican black castor oil or Haitian black castor oil, I feel like castor oil is a really great moisture enhancing oil that helps to promote growth. A lot of people use it on their edges, their eyebrows, etc. So I think it would obviously work for the hair on your head as well. So I think that is one big thing. Two, I drink a lot of water. Like, I'm always drinking water. I actually have a bottle of water right here. Oh my gosh, this is like getting darker because it's about to rain outside. So we're almost done. We're hanging in there. I actually should just turn the light. Okay, so I don't know if that helped very much, but yes. So I drink a lot of water, and I think that water is really great for your hair health. It's great for your nails, your skin, and it definitely helps your hair as well. So I drink a lot of water. Castor oil. Also, I try to avoid heavy manipulation. I try not to pull on my hair too much or pull my hair back too tightly. I'm really, really gentle on my roots and my scalp and whatnot. Obviously genetics. I'm not going to be one of those people who's like, okay, like you got to do X, Y, and Z and then your hair is going to grow. No, I know that obviously it's in my genes to have longer or thicker hair than someone else, or someone else might have longer or thicker hair than me because it's in their genetics as well. I think it's important. Regular trims. So trims do not, I actually read something by a dermatologist and they said that trims do not make your hair grow. If anything, it stops the hair from breaking. So obviously if you can avoid too much breakage by getting regular trims, then it'll help preserve your hair health, and in turn you will eventually possibly see some hair growth, because if you maintain the hair strength and health of your strands and of your roots, then obviously that'll help with enhancing growth in your hair. And I think just keeping your hair super moisturized as much as possible, and just not worrying too much about length. I think, obviously, yes, I know you're probably rolling your eyes like, well, you have longer hair now or whatever, so obviously you could say this, but I'm being real with you. Like, hair length doesn't matter. I've seen some people who have way longer hair than me and they have scraggly, raggly, swirly ends, and it's not good. I would rather have super healthy, like bomb shortcut than to have long straggly hair that's dying, just to have long hair. So one thing I would say is just maybe try not to focus too much on hair growth. Oh, and also with vitamins do work. When I was transitioning, I did try, so I've tried Hairfinity twice. One time when I was transitioning, I noticed that it was helping my hair grow, but then I kind of like fell off. I think I did it for maybe, I want to say like 2 months. I don't even know if I even did it that long, but I want to say for 2 months, and it definitely was helping my hair grow. The second time that I did Hairfinity, I think that was when, after like I had gotten a big chop. I think I had gotten like a pack of Hairfinity in like a gift bag, because I'm obsessed with gift bags, and I had been using it religiously. But the thing about Hairfinity that I don't like, and the reason why I stopped using it altogether, is because, the thing I don't like is that Hairfinity, I drink a lot of water, but there are times, like if I'm out on the weekends getting a drink or whatever, like while I'm out with my friends, I don't drink as much water as I should. So your skin will break the hell out. Like, you have to literally drink water like a fish to make sure that your skin doesn't break out while you're taking Hairfinity. So that is a side effect that I would definitely keep in mind. I forgot to look up the reason why right now, but if you Google it, it'll definitely tell you like why Hairfinity causes your skin to break out. So I try not to use it. Also, it's synthetic, and I am trying to do all natural vitamins. So there's another hair growth brand called Shadavi, and Shadavi does all natural hair growth, hair, skin, nail supplements. And I have seen great reviews on Shadavi, and they use whole food in their vitamins, so their vitamins are not synthetic at all, and I've seen that they actually work for people. I've wanted to use it, but I just haven't come around to it, but from what I've seen, it actually works. So I would say look into that if you want to go the hair vitamin route. And there is no shame in taking hair vitamins. Like, these friggin' white girls are taking hair vitamins too, so I don't understand why we want to shame each other for taking hair vitamins. Like, it really does not matter. Like, if you want to, do it. Do whatever you want, sis. So I recommend Nationality if you're going to do some hair vitamins. I might take some too. Okay, and the last question. If you stuck it out with me through the end, I am so proud of you. Thank you. I really, really, really appreciate you. If you made it this far, leave a comment below and say that you're a ride or die, okay? Let me know you're a ride or die. So the last question, do you trim your own hair or go to a salon? How often do you trim? I love this question because I am so annoyed at the fact that natural hair salons charge so much money. These hairstylists are capitalizing off of the fact that everyone is going natural these days. I like the fact that it would cost me, when my hair was even shorter, it would cost me like upwards of like $180, almost $200 just to get a trim and a wash is ridiculous. So I went online, went on YouTube, looked up some videos of people trimming hair, and ever since I got my big chop, I've been trimming my own hair. You have to be careful. You have to make sure that you get the right scissors. You have to be really attentive. If you're someone who likes to do your own hair and you're good at doing your own hair, I would recommend doing small trims on your own. I would never do like a big cut on my own hair, but trimming my own hair, not so big of a deal. Do whatever you can to save that coin. Well, that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for sticking it out with me if you made it this far. I really, really, really appreciate it. And I hope that you either learned some things or that this video inspired you. It inspired you to either do the big chop yourself or to stick it out with your current big chop. Just know that you are not alone and that I've been there and a lot of other people have been there as well. But you know what? It is worth it and you'll figure it out. Just continue to be patient with yourself, patient with the process, and you'll be really, really happy with the results. And before I go, I just want to give one more shout out to Ana Luisa Jewelry. If you're interested in getting a piece or a few pieces for yourself, make sure that you use my code Aisha10 to get 10% off at checkout. Trust me, their jewelry is stunning, so it's definitely worth it. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, be sure to leave them in the comments section below. Let me know what you thought. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And make sure that you subscribe, hit that bell icon so that you know when my next video goes live. Until next time.